There is so much more to this story than time will permit in this video, but here are the main issues as I see them. An independent criminal investigation of this entire matter is in order. Not only were Mr. Leone's civil rights violated, but I believe the evidence clearly shows Mr. Leone was physically assaulted on numerous occasions by the state police. The Pennsylvania State Police Office of Integrity and Professional Standards needs to be independently investigated for criminal and civil liability for apparently covering up this entire matter. The fact that this internal investigation found no wrongdoing by any of the troopers involved here clearly indicates to me that the state police investigating themselves for any wrongdoing on any matter is really a bad idea. After reviewing the same dashcam video as you just did, I would have thought the District Attorney of Bradford County should have taken pause with this case, instead of jumping in with both feet to defend the actions of the state police. I believe there was an overt, well-thought-out attempt by the entire prosecution team to use the District Attorney's high profile to influence the trial judge's rulings during this trial, and I believe they were successful at doing so, as demonstrated by some serious verdict-changing evidence that was denied to the defense. For instance, once the internal investigation was referenced to the jury by one of the troopers on the stand as proof of no wrongdoing by him or any other member of the state police, the defense was clearly entitled to a copy of this report. I suspect the trial judge denied defense access to this document because it contains some very serious defense-aiding information. I also question the hospital releasing Mr. Leone back to the state police in the condition he was in after his second visit. Nowhere in their documentation does it show that Mr. Leone's vital signs stabilized and that he was out of danger. He very well could have died after his release, and we would not be reviewing anything right now. Let me touch on the prison. Why on God's green earth would a prison deny Mr. Leone access to additional medical treatment while knowing full well he needed it and had health insurance to pay for it? Why is Mr. Leone still in prison? The warden of the Bradford County Correctional Facility has commented to Mr. Leone's parents that if all of the prisoners in his facility acted like Mr. Leone, he wouldn't need any guards. Yet Mr. Leone has been denied release from prison by the parole board twice since becoming eligible. The first denial was because they stated he did not take a drug and alcohol abuse class while incarcerated. If you remember, he was found not guilty of that charge. The second denial was because they lost the paperwork. I believe a more sinister reason is at play here. I believe the statute of limitations, time restrictions, in which Mr. Leone can bring both civil and criminal charges against the responsible parties is the driving factor. It is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to retain an attorney while you are in prison with no money. Call me tainted, but I have seen worse. A disturbing thought has consistently found its way to the forefront of my thought process while I put together this video. Mr. Leone didn't know his every action and every word was being recorded via a dash cam in the patrol car when he was first arrested. The troopers did. The troopers, who totally lost control of themselves, either didn't care that they were being recorded, or worse, they knew nothing would happen to them no matter how badly they acted. To me, This is chilling. As a former Pennsylvania police officer, I am here to tell you that the vast majority of police officers are compassionate, caring professionals. It is how we handle the officers who aren't that differentiates us from third world countries. Right now, it looks like Pennsylvania and its state police are operating as a third world country by allowing and covering up serious assaults against its citizens. The beating of shackled prisoners for any reason is not acceptable by anyone's standards. We are now at the end of a very emotional and disturbing review of what I consider to be a national scandal. I stated at the beginning of this video that but for the grace of God, this could have been you or one of your family members. And now I will tell you why I made such a remark. Exactly why did the state police originally attempt to pull Mr. Leone over in the first place? Well, it appears they pulled over the wrong car that was involved in a minor fender bender. The fender bender in question was so minor that the state police never even filed an accident report for it. Imagine that.